Call to order. Let's go ahead and start with our Pledge of Allegiance. Diedrich, would you mind leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next time, Commissioner, when you're on the phone, I'm going to ask you to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Next, we're going to go ahead and go into roll call.
Commissioner District 1, Randy Netherland.
Here.
Commissioner District 2, Tim Sheldon. Commissioner District 3, Terry Jeffries.
Here.
Excellent. We'll move right on to item number 4, correspondence and organizational business. Is there any correspondence to come before this commission?
There is. Will Johnson applied for the Transportation Improvement Program Citizen Advisory Panel. The Department of Health sent an administrative order reclassifying 17 acres of Hood Canal Commercial Shellfish Growing Area. The Skokomish tribe sent a letter regarding reducing speeds on US 101 within the reservation. And Tim Barnett sent a letter of concern regarding the crime and criminals in Mason County.
Thank you. Item number 4.2, announcement, contract award for CRP 1969 North Shore Road staff, Brian Matthews.
Good evening, Commissioners. Brian Matthews, Mason County Public Works. This is a notice of bid award. It is for our contract award County Road Project 1969, which is North Shore Road, Little Mission Creek Culvert Replacement Project. On a little background, on March 27th, 2007, County Commissioners authorized the county engineer to advertise and set bid opening date and time and award the contract for Little Mission Creek Culvert Replacement Project on the North Shore Road. The date the bids were opened is August 7th, 2015 at 9 a.m. and we received 4 bids. The contract has been awarded to the apparent low bid of bidder Quigg Brothers out of Aberdeen. Their bid price was $312,342.50.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other correspondence or organizational business come from this body?
That's it.
Hearing none, we'll move on to item number 5, which should go very quickly. This is our open forum for citizens' input. You'll be given an opportunity, if it's not on the agenda, to speak at this time. But with this packed house, we probably have to worry about that 15-minute limit and 5 minutes per person. Is there anybody in the audience who wishes to speak on an item not on the agenda? Hearing none, we will move on to item number 6, which is the adoption of the agenda.
Mr. Chair, I move that we adopt the agenda as presented.
I will second. It's been moved and seconded for the adoption of the agenda as presented. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Tim, are you there? Okay. The motion passes. Item number 7, there are no minutes, so we will move on to item number 8, which is the approval of the action agenda items. All items listed in the action agenda may be enacted by one motion unless a commissioner or citizen requests an item be removed from the action agenda and considered for a separate item. We're doing a very short night, so if you don't mind, I'll just go ahead and brief you, Commissioner.
Go ahead.
All right, item number 8.1, approval of the chair to sign the Washington State Military Department Emergency Management Division / Mason County contract number E16-017 for fiscal year 2015 through 2016 to help fund operations for 9/11 Dispatch Center Mascom. Item number 8.2, approval of the resolution to authorize Public Works to advertise, set bid opening award contract, and authorize the chair to sign all pertinent documents for the 2016 hot mix asphalt overlay projects on Mason, Benson, and McCreevy roads. The contract award will be announced at a regular commission meeting. 8.3, approval of the Veterans Assistance Fund application for utilities, $196.87 as recommended by the Veterans Service Office. And item number 8.4, approval of the Prevention Service Program Agreement, number 1644CS-63, for the period of July 1st, 2015 through June 30th, 2017. The purpose of this agreement is to coordinate and implement prevention programs designed to prevent misuse and abuse of alcohol, marijuana, tobacco, and other drugs among youth and young adults. With that being read, is there anybody who'd like to ask any questions in regard to any of the items read? Oh, he's back. Okay, is there any items that anybody would like taken off for a specific vote? Commissioners, any items you want taken off?
Not.
Okay, I will entertain a motion.
Chair, I move that the Board of County Commissioners adopt the action agenda as presented this evening.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded for the adoption of the action agenda as presented this evening. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye, the motion carries. There are no public hearings, so we'll go right on to other business department heads and elected officials. Are there any department heads or elected officials who would like to speak at this time? Really? Come on now.
Thank you, Commissioners, but I don't know if I can read that fast.
Oh.
Debbie Riley, Environmental Health Manager. This is a news release that was sent out by Craft 3 on August 20th, so I wanted to get it in rather than waiting for the next meeting under correspondence. Celebrating over 500 homeowners committed to cleaning the waters of Washington State, clean water loans available to repair Mason County's failing on-site septic systems. Craft 3 announced today it has supported the repair or replacement of more than 500 failing septic systems with a clean water loan, 91 in Mason County alone. Repairing or replacing a septic system is extremely costly, and many owners are in danger of losing their property because they cannot obtain a loan or cover the costs out of pocket. Since 2003, Craft 3 has offered an inclusive, affordable clean water loan to cover the costs of designing, permitting, installing, and maintaining residential and commercial septic systems. In selected areas, the loan can also be used to connect to municipal sewer systems. With support from local and state government, as well as regional foundations and partner organizations, more than $12 million in clean water loans, $12 million that is, in clean water loans have helped 535 property owners repair or replace their failing septic systems in Clallam, Jefferson, Kitsap, Mason, Pierce, and Pacific counties. As a result, over 283 million gallons of wastewater has been treated, contributing to the improvement of local shellfish harvest areas. Since partnering with Mason County Environmental Health to expand the clean water loan in 2007, over $2 million has been lent to property owners in Mason County, of which 60% were low-income families. The Clean Water Loan serves homeowners with a broad range of household incomes and credit histories. It includes funds to cover the ongoing inspections, maintenance, and repairs that ensure the system continues to work once it's installed. Applying for the Clean Water Loan is easy. Just visit www.craft3.org/cleanwater to apply online, or download an application and then work with a local licensed or certified septic professional on a bid. By enabling borrowers to hire locally, the Clean Water Loan supports small businesses and job creation. And we also have that information at our office in Building 8 on the county campus. Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you. Are there any other department heads or elected officials who would like to speak? Please.
Thank you, Commissioners. For the record, Tim, I'm Justin Smith with WSU Extension. I just wanted to give everyone an update on the Small Farms and Cultivating Success program that will be starting in October. We'll be ramping up public outreach starting the first week of September. Also, we will be starting the aquaculture portion of Cultivating Success in spring. So that will be coming up as well. We're currently in the process of developing the curriculum, and we will also be offering this as a hybrid learning opportunity for folks living in Grays Harbor and in Thurston County. So we're gonna do some cutting edge stuff here in Mason County with some digital technology and new learning opportunities to support a regional opportunities for small business development in the area.
Great.
Let's see, other news. In conjunction with this kind of cutting-edge digital approach to running Cultivating Success, we are also exploring the idea of developing a digital literacy lab here in Mason County that would actually also work as a part of a statewide initiative through WSU Extension to provide support, training to small businesses and community agencies on the use of digital tools, including mobile apps, how to use Google Apps for education, and other digital technologies that are becoming industry standards and a way for people to communicate, get their marketing message out, and to support public collaboration and public engagement. So these are some of the things that we're looking at doing, and right now we're in the process of developing and mapping out what this is going to look like, and working with our county partners across the state to be able to develop a regional model. But here, since we're developing it here in Mason, this is going to be we're going to be kind of the pilot county, and I know there's a lot of people here that are looking to learn more about these tools and how they can implement them in their businesses and learn for job opportunities as well. So we'll be working with individuals too. And tomorrow, I will be at the Transition Center here in Shelton, giving an update to Simpson employees about Global Campus. So it's the degree completion through WSU, provides opportunities for Trade Act for people to go in and complete their degrees, get online certified in different areas. We have got accounting, business management, one of the top management programs in the country, online degrees. Social sciences, there's a variety of different programs that they can get access to. And finally, we had a meeting with Impact Washington Day, that is an organization that focuses on supporting manufacturing in Washington. And they are going to be working with us in the EDC to look at ways we could support manufacturing and training in Mason County to support industry here. That's all I have. Any questions?
No.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you for all your work.
Thank you.
Are there any other department heads or elected officials who would like to speak at this time? Hearing none. Huh?
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a comment if I could.
Please.
I just wanted to report to the commission and the public that I had several more conversations with the Department of Commerce from the state about the $500,000 for mill closure relief. And I've been talking to Jacqueline Woodson and about some of the mechanics of putting together contracts. And one fact I've learned is I didn't know before is that we could not use state money for our contribution to the Economic Development Council. That would be using state money for state money. So, but she'd be amenable to come to a meeting of the commission, our commission, and the city commission, and the EDC, and we might invite the director, maybe the president, or some of the officers of the EDC to have one meeting with her and in the room to tie down the potential contracts, and what I envision would be a contract with the city, one with the EDC for a small portion for maybe public meeting facilitation, and then another contract with the EDC themselves. So if I just want to keep the commission informed about that, the public, and I'll be meeting with her and talk on the phone again next week to maybe we can look for a time where the two commissions and the EDC could be in the same room with the Department of Commerce to nail down the deliverables for the contracts.
Okay. Any comments, questions?
No, I do look forward to talking about that maybe Monday. I'm not sure if we're talking contracts already. That means we've got ideas about how the money should be spent. So I'd like to flesh out that conversation at Monday's briefing, if that's okay.
That'd be great.
Okay, any other department heads or elected officials? Then we will move on to our final part, which is our calendar. Commissioner Sheldon, would you like to go first?
Yes, and I'll be briefer than I just was. We had briefings on the 17th. I spent some time that week after the commission meeting with the Port of Hoodsport. They're just working on surfacing their parking area for the at the Port's Park, Port's Cushman, with the disc golf activity, and that's coming along very well. We all had a Mason Transit Authority meeting on the 18th, and we were all there. Then I was in Corvallis for a meeting with the NuScale project, which is a small modular nuclear project. The
Thank you. Commissioner Jeffries?
Yes, so following last week's meeting, I went to the Senior Center for a presentation on the Area Agency on Aging 2016 plan, and then had a meeting with some members of Mason Matters. We're doing some planning for succession planning of the staff there, and then attended also the Mason Transit Authority Board meeting. We had a criminal justice working team meeting. Oops. And then I had the pleasure to attend the Chamber of Commerce dinner this last week, and they had a presentation by a fire ecologist with the Olympic National Forest talking about some of the timelines of fires in the history, and I thought it was an interesting statement. Many people are very aghast that the fact that we've got rainforests on fire right now, and he said that that particular part of the park and these rainforests are generally on a 300-year cycle of fires, and it has been 500 years since the last fire, so there's kind of an assumption that this is actually more of a natural phenomena, and it is good ecologically for having some of the invasive trees be cleared out so that the native trees have a stronger opportunity to grow more robustly. And then there was some discussion about how our heat wave has been affecting the shellfish industry, which I'd like to report on a little bit more. There was mostly discussion about the difference between a triploid and a diploid and how to keep the aquaculture industry very active and productive. It was necessary to do some genetic modifications to the oysters. Attended or participated in a webinar regarding the voluntary stewardship program. Met with the contracted director for the Alliance for a Healthy South Sound. Thank you for helping me make that connection. And met with our EDC director, the director of an organization called Enterprise for Equity, and Mr. Smith from our WSU Extension Office regarding the progress of the application for a community development block grant for micro enterprise training and perhaps loaning. And the commission will get a briefing on that on the 31st. We had briefings then on Monday the 24th, met with Mr. Smith again on some other issues. And then today I had the privilege of again attending a drug court graduation, a 20-year-old young man. So it's kind of nice to know that as early in his life as he is, that he now has a new lease on life. And these drug court graduations were full of tears, as always, and very proud parents and children who get their daddy back. Tomorrow I get to do a tour of some Harstein Island properties owned by Sal Shellfish with former Commissioner Bloomfield. Thank you for that. There'll be a presentation regarding some therapeutic court options that are being considered in our district court. And then I'll be meeting with with a staffer from Derek Kilmer's office who's new to, I think, this area, and then the director of the Mason Conservation District. There is a memorial service for our jail officer who was unfortunately killed in an auto accident on Thursday, and then the Area Agency on Aging meeting, and then Mental Health Substance Abuse Advisory Committee meeting. And then this weekend is the last of the Taylor Shellfish Oyster Clam Geoduck Mussel seed sales. So if you haven't gotten your seeds yet, go get them this weekend. Taylor Shellfish, 8 o'clock on Saturday.
We attended our regular briefings. We had our election certifications. We had a Mason Transit meeting, which all three of us had attended. I attended a Democrats Women Luncheon, quality of life meeting for the realtors. We had our webinar on the VSP, and I was on there as well. I have no idea what the other is. I attended, I think it was 2 days. We also had the North Mason Community Voice. Oh, I did some signing for some more properties. You know, if you look at since we started listing our properties differently than the way we used to do it, we've sure moved a lot of properties and put them back on the rolls. I'm aware of it because I signed each and every one of them. And there's quite a few. It's kind of neat because all that stuff used to sit and just rot, and we didn't get a dime off it. We just held it. Now there's taxes being paid on it. I've spent a lot of the weekend, as I will for part of the beginning tomorrow and the end of the week, finding those people, the 100-year people in Belfair. given them a specific founder's, founding fathers, mothers, and foundational families coin, and they're harder to find, some of those people, but they are still out there. Some of the ones from 100 years ago, their families are definitely still here, even the bigger names. It's kind of surprising how the connections. Now, a lot of them are married, but, internamed, but that's no surprise. If you're from Belfair, you would already expect that anyway. That's how we roll, and we're all related to somebody there. I mean that in the kindest, gentlest way, because
I hope so.
we are a tight community. We may fight like a family, but when things go wrong, we also stand together like a family, so we do well. Next week, I have the Simpson Transitional Meeting, North Mason Chamber of Commerce Luncheon. Let's see, I probably will not be attending the cemetery meeting, it doesn't look like it. I have a funeral to attend from another longtime North Mason resident, Bud Martin, who I don't know if you all know and will be there, but I want to put it out there in case you were. We have our regular meetings. I'll be trying to get together also. I've been playing phone tag with the Mason Conservation District Director, and I have a left board meeting also to attend, and I will be again looking for the rest of those families. With that being said, is there anything further to come before the commission? I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Mr. Chair, move that we adjourn.
I'll second. We are adjourned.
So moved.
Have a safe trip, Commissioner.